my loves. Welcome in to this reading for the full moon in Gemini. I'm so happy to have you here. We are going to be diving into the astrological cycle of the full moon, how it relates to your own astrology, and then we're going to be tapping into our own intuitive guidance, our support team, by utilizing the spiritual tools of the cards to get us advice based on the current astrology and our own astrology. For those who are new, hello and welcome in. It is lovely to have you here. Welcome into this beautiful family, this beautiful process. I'm excited to have you be a part of it. I have a tutorial video that helps you to get the most out of these readings. It gives you a little bit more information about what we're doing here and really how to process through these readings and get the most out of them. It's not necessary for you to watch them, but it is an option should you feel called to utilize it. For those who are not new, hello and welcome back in. Thank you so much for being here. This is a way that my heart loves to connect with you guys. This is like me showing up on a one-on-one basis, even though it's electronic and even though there's a time difference between us. I feel connected to you guys through this guidance, through this advice that I share, and it's just really amazing to be able to offer you this support in this way that I do, and I appreciate you so much for being here. There are many ways that you can support me should you feel called to do that. I am offering these readings for free, so any support that you can give me is welcome. There's free ways to support me and there's financial ways. You can just comment on these. You can share them with other people. You can donate if you want to at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Link is in the description. Or you can sign up for your own personal chart reading or card reading at devotedandvulnerable.com/services. Link is also in the description. Before we get started and talking about the full moon energy and Gemini energy and what this reading is going to be about, I want to remind you that at any point you can utilize the navigation bar to scroll through information that you're already familiar with. I take time to do timestamps on all of these videos so that you can navigate them based on your own level of understanding that you already have. If you're new, you're probably going to want to sit through and watch it all. But if you're not new, if you're familiar with the energies, the archetypes that I'm going to be talking about, you can feel free to scroll ahead to the readings and get right to the meat of the material. So we're going to be talking about full moon energy right now. Full moon energy is when the moon is full in the sky. It's always in the sign opposite of where the sun is. So we have a full moon in Gemini right now. The full moon will happen on December 7th. It'll happen at 23:07 Eastern Time. And it's happening in 16 degrees 2 minutes of Gemini. So the advice that we're going to be talking about for this full moon will last from this full moon until the next full moon, which will be from December 7th until January 6th. Full moons are always a time of celebration. It's celebrating a theme. It's like the full focal point and spotlight on something, and it's always a celebration underneath the sign that it is occurring in. So now let's talk about what Gemini energy is. Gemini is an air sign. So air signs rule and represent the mental and intellectual realm. So thoughts and beliefs and the mental processes of our beings are all contained within the realm of air. Now, Gemini is a mutable sign. Mutable signs are signs that happen during the change of a season. So they are the energy of change, the energy of adaptation, the energy of being not one thing, but also not another. Gemini occurs during the time when we transition from spring into summer. So this is the energy that we are in. We're celebrating a fullness of this Gemini energy, a fullness of this changing intellect that we have. Gemini is represented by the symbol of the twins. So the twins are this energy, like I said, of the mutable energy, of something being the same but different, which twins represent. It's also the energy of the mirror. What we see in the mirror reflected back to us gives us information about ourselves. So this is the intellectual quality of Gemini. Geminis are witty, they're clever, they're intelligent, adaptable, and they're energetic. This is a sign that's constantly having ideas. And as we celebrate this full moon, celebrate the energy of Gemini, we're going to be going to the cards to celebrate what our intellect has achieved this year. So that is going to be the focus of the card readings. We're going to be going to the Super Attractor deck by Gabrielle Bernstein, which is going to offer us an affirmation to help us support this and celebrate this amazing intellectual ability that we have. We all have different ways of expressing our intellect, and the Gemini moon really wanted us to focus on celebrating our minds, celebrating the intellectual realm, and really making it personal to us. So how you personalize this information is you watch the reading that is aligned for where 16 degrees, 2 minutes of Gemini shows up in your chart. Which house? Now, if you don't know how to find that information, that's absolutely fine. Just take the time to watch this tutorial video that's popping up right now. It is going to take you through how to enter in your birth data into a chart generator, and then how to read the chart enough to know where Gemini 16 degrees 2 minutes occurs in your chart, which house it occurs in. Now you can use any house system that you want to. I explained a little bit in the tutorial video. I use the whole house system, but there's also the default system, which is known as the Placidus system, and the equal house system, which starts the first house at the ascending point. Now, again, you don't have to know any of that. You just go with whatever you're called to. Your guides, your support team know which house system you're going to choose, and they're going to show up for you in whichever reading aligns with that house, okay? If you have questions after watching that video about which reading is the right video for you, please contact me and let me know. And let's dive into what information is coming through for us to celebrate about our intellect this lunar phase. So this reading is for you if 16 degrees, 2 minutes of Gemini shows up in your 9th house. If you're already familiar with the 9th house energy, you can scroll ahead to the card reading. So the houses of our zodiac story represent where something in our life happens. It represents a particular area of our lives. Each house is ruled by one of the 12 zodiac signs and one of the planets. So the 9th sign of the zodiac is Sagittarius, and the ruler of the 9th house is Sagittarius. The ruler of Sagittarius is the planet Jupiter, so the ruler of the 9th house is Jupiter. The rulers of the house determine the theme of that house. So the theme of the house of the 9th house is spirituality. It deals with higher education, ideology, travel, philosophy, and second partner vibrations. So this is the area of your life that's being pinged right now, being focused on by this full moon in Gemini energy and vibration. So as we celebrate our intellect, which is what the full moon in Gemini wants us to do, we're going to focus it on celebrating our intellect within our spirituality through the guidance that's coming through from the Super Attractor deck. Let's weave all of this together by getting our affirmation. So if you haven't already called in your spiritual support team, taken a few deep breaths, and opened your heart to receive the guidance that's most aligned for you at this time, please do that. Remember, you can pause the video to take more time to do that if you need to. Aww. I release time and let the universe show me what to do. This is such a beautiful card. So as we are celebrating our intellect and in the realm of our spirituality, we're celebrating our ability to release time, to release the need to have an outcome right now, and the need to even know how something's going to unfold and we let the universe show us what to do. So new moons are when we're experiencing something for the first time. It's a new energy and vibration. Full moons are celebrations of things already in play. So as we celebrate our ability to release time and let the universe show us what to do, we're recognizing that we've done this before. So celebrate a time in your past. Be aware of a time in your past where you have released your need for something to happen right away, for your belief that something can't happen because it'll take too long, right? That's also a way that we can release time, wanting something to happen quicker or thinking something's going to take too long to happen. And we just allow the universe to show us what to do. When, my beautiful ninth housers, have you experienced this? How can you celebrate that? How can you remember that? And how can you utilize that celebration to do that again this lunar phase? To really allow yourself to let go of thinking something's going to take too long, thinking something's not coming fast enough, and how do you connect with the universe to let it show you what to do? What is your process for that? Do you have a process for that? When in the past have you allowed that process to unfold? And how can you continue to allow that process to unfold now? Geminis are all about being very smart. They're very intellectual. They're very clever. It's very clever to see something that has happened before and to repeat it again, expecting similar results. So we, meaning me and your support team, are wanting you to really recognize the times in the past where you've let go and you committed to some sort of practice towards letting the universe show you what to do, and you followed through with those steps. So I'm trying to think if I have any story to share here that kind of resonates with this. I don't have a really great example of a time in my past when I've done this, but I do allow the universe to show me what to do more and more and more. And sometimes that happens through journaling. I've actually been finding that for me, particularly, I have a Gemini moon. Gemini rules writing as well. Air rules writing, and Gemini is an air sign. So I find that when I write things out, I can communicate with the universe, my support team, in a deeper way than any other method of communicating with the universe I've found. Even meditation, even using my cards, even doing all of the other practices that I do, writing for me is the most profound way I have to let the universe communicate with me and to me and through me. But another thing that I do sometimes is to ask for a sign. Show me blank when I'm supposed to do this, when it's the right time. I give a famous example of so the process is, hold on, I'll do the process and then I'll give you an example. But the process is just to say, show me a, and then the first thing that you think of, you just say that word, and that's your word, or that's your object. And if it's really, really an important thing, you say, show it to me 3 times. So I was looking for the right timing to make a change in my life. And I was totally just willing to wait it out, to let the universe show me exactly when the time was. I said, show me this 3 times when it's time. And days went by and nothing happened. And I didn't see my sign and I just kind of forgot about it. And then all in the same day, I saw a book with that title. I heard a song on the radio with the word in it. And I gave a meditation, and someone came up to me afterwards and told me of an experience they had during the meditation that involved that object that I had called in. And I knew it was time for me to stop what I was doing, stop that conversation, thank that person, and go home and make the change that I was waiting for the alignment and the message to change. So that's another way that you can do that. But I feel like, again, this is a celebration energy. This isn't something new to you. So you've, in the past, let the universe show you what to do. How did you do that? Go back to doing that and let go of when you think it needs to happen, and make sure that the things that you make sure that you're not just saying that things are impossible, like that's never going to happen in my lifetime. Those kinds of thoughts, make sure you are releasing them and just allowing the universe to show you what you can do right now towards that goal. Okay, that's what's coming through for me, my beautiful ninth housers. Enjoy your full moon. Let me know how this resonates. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.